Good morning everyone. How are we? How was everyone's weekend? Bloody went quick, didn't it? They always do. It's just a bit late getting on the recording this morning. Just thought I'd smash out a commercial job I have just down here. Today's video, I'll get right into it. It's going to be sort of, how do you want to set your business up? A lot of people have been asking how I do my process, and why am I so flat out? Why am I so booked out? That's just how I want to operate. A lot of people don't want that. They want gaps in between to either fill with odd jobs that you can charge more for, or they just want more of a lifestyle where they don't have that 5 day a weeker consistently every week, months in advance. Sorry for the tickly throat this morning. But this week for me is sort of my down week, as in it's only $1,000 down on my previous mow week, which was that close to 5K mark. But it's cruisy as. I've got maybe 3 today, and with that, it's that $800 a day figure minimum that I try and achieve across the average. So there might be some days where that's a little bit less and other days where that's a bit more. So whatever the average is for that 5 days, then you got your 8 5s there, that's your 4 grand. And so with that, I really feel like it's comfortable for me compared to what I was doing as a plumber. That it's cruisy as. This is like a holiday for me, but for some people it's you're working too hard, you're going to burn out. But when you're getting up and you're used to getting up at 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning, traveling down to Sydney, doing 60 to 70 hours a week, this is nothing in comparison. Doing something that you love, whereas when I was going and doing plumbing, there were good days, of course, but majority of the time you're dealing with people's poo and all the rest of it. It's not the most fun. So for me, that's how I like to operate mine. How you want to operate yours is completely up to you. It's your business. Don't let people define you and what you want to do for your business. I really feel like you can make and create whatever you'd like in any type of business. It's all up to you and your overheads. And if you're willing to just take that little bit of a pay cut, live more humbly, don't go for that brand new house, don't go for that brand new car, whatever it might be, it becomes a lot simpler. It took that 3 years for me to get to a stage where I wanted to see if we would enjoy acreage lifestyle. We finally bit the bullet, did it, realised that we do indeed love it, and to get this ute, something of reliability for the business is what I'm after. I had a second-hand 4-wheel drive just before this one, and it was just too many issues. It was costing me, in the time I had it, which wasn't very long, it was 6 to 8 grand, and then plus all the transfers and all the rest of it. Lesson learnt again. I should learn my lesson with cars. I've had enough of them, but it's you try and do the quick and easy, and sometimes it doesn't work that way. 99% of the time for me, it doesn't work that way. I've got to do it the hard way and learn, and that's fine. I'm used to that. Bite the bullet, spend the money on the brand new car, and I don't have a worry now for the next 5 years. As much as there can be lemons and all the rest of it, you've got warranties, and you turn the key and away you go. All right, so just set your business up how you would like. There's so many different ways you can do it, especially just with the residential lawns. If you just want to do $50 lawns, you could do so many. Like, I'm watching other people and they're doing 10, that's it, they're done for the day. They make their $500 and away they go. That's completely up to them. They've still got a lifestyle that they want to lead. They want to go out surf and they want to go do whatever. But for me, I want to provide something bigger, better for my family going forward. And so therefore I need the capital behind us to get the loans for things going forward, or to eventually not have any loans at all is the goal. We've only got sort of the home loan and obviously the car loan, which the business covers. But the home loan's getting covered by rent, and then our rent is what it is, what we're willing to pay now. So we find that's not the case in 2 years time, in 5 years time, whatever that might be, and we want to downsize, we can. Vice versa, we get kicked out of this other rental, then we go find something else anyway that's cheaper. Like, we make it more work in our favor. At the moment, we love where we are, what we're doing. We're going to continually provide this service to you guys and do what we're doing in our life to show that you can run it as an actual business, or you can run it as a lifestyle. It's completely up to you. People seem to get a little bit turn their nose up or get their nose out of joint when they see someone trying to do this, and especially for whatever reason Australians are like it, and I do not for the life of me understand why. it's just you get comments coming through, oh, he's God's gift to the world, and I've heard that sort of my whole life, with whether it was when I was playing soccer or whatever. It's a confidence thing, and it comes across either cocky or arrogant, and that's just not who I am. It's pretty much just trying to drive home the message that you can actually do this. It just takes that little bit extra thinking, or that little bit extra effort, or care factor, whatever it might be. It really shines through, and for the people that I attract in my life and they stick around, it's a benefit to them, and therefore I'm hoping I can be a benefit to you guys. For the right people out there that want to listen to this channel, it's going to be something of real value, and can be whatever you want it to be. Profit margins, I can help you with that, but to grow a company culture is something I'm going to learn in the future, because long term, that's the goal, to have this run itself, get into my other business, doing all the right things there, covering everything, doing less labor intensive stuff so I can do it longer. That's the goal. So different goals, different stages of life, and everyone's got to keep that in mind when they're watching these videos, and understand that what I've gone through, people haven't seen what I've gone through, so they don't understand the story behind why I'm so motivated and why I'm just onto it every day. Just whether that's posting, whether that's doing the actual figures and nutting it out and trying to find the little 10%ers that I can. And I say 10%ers because I don't really just make little changes, I try and make that bigger change to make it well worth it. So yeah, anyway, enjoy. I'll see what other footage I can get today, and if not, that's the video for today. So thanks for watching. Goodbye. Like and subscribe if you're liking it too. It's well worth it. Cheers guys, bye. Hey. Righto guys, hopefully you got me in picture there. On the way very close now to this next job. Just wanted to discuss and elaborate a bit further on what I was just discussing. Now, the direction I took in my business, I knew exactly what I wanted to do, and so something that I could give for advice would be, know what you want to do. Know exactly the model, the business model. Doesn't have to be exact, but the broad scope of works has to be there. So I knew eventually it was all going to be, majority of it would be mowing, and I still rely on the handyman side of it for winter time and slower periods, or if I just need to pick up work. That was early on. Now that it's rolling and doing its thing, I don't have to push for that work. But the methods that I used were putting myself out there. For me to get to that stage, it took a lot and many years to realise just how insignificant I actually am, and who's really going to listen at the end of the day. And the right people do listen, but what I'm saying and what I'm trying to get at is, who cares? Just don't be afraid to put it out there, because you're a bit self-conscious or you're a bit nervous in front of the camera. I still get nervous even now, but it's more, I realised that if I don't do this, I'm not going to help someone out there that was stuck just like me for so many years and didn't have the confidence to get out, whether that's family pressures, friends pressures like peer pressure, or just that culture that you grew up with and you never thought to challenge it, because that's just the way life is. I learned a long time ago that I wanted to challenge it, but I was good at plumbing. So I just kept going up the ladder in plumbing, was heading down a path that would have more than likely seen me divorced and barely seen my kids. That's the direction it was heading. To do and swap everything out, it was a big move. We moved 3 hours up the road, like completely different place we never even had been to before. All these things played a major role in my decision making, but I also knew when it comes to mowing, to be as profitable as I can be, I needed to, sorry about that, I see that there. I needed to make sure that I'm not bagging is a major thing for me, right? A lot of people talk about it, discuss whether it's right or wrong. It doesn't matter, it's whether it's right or wrong for my business, because your business is going to be completely different. And for me, it's such an efficiency gainer, along with not using an edger. Snippers, again, like if I had employees, I still would train them up and expect them to be able to use a snipper, because I want that quality and that ability in my company. I don't want someone that can only use a stick edger, because if that goes down, then what do? You need to know both, and it's a skill that, in my opinion, is a must in this trade industry because of the efficiency gains, therefore achieving the figures that I can achieve. I know not many people can come close, because simply they bag and they use a stick edger. Them two things alone cost 5 to 10 minutes extra a lawn. I've done it all, I've tried it all, but in the business, I knew exactly what I wanted to do, because as a homeowner, I absolutely love my lawns, and I trialed every different method that there was out there, whether that was with fertilizations, aerations, weed control, all the mowing practices, all of which I still needed to make efficient at home because I was working that 60, 70 hours a week, but I wanted that nice, immaculate looking lawn. So to do that, I needed to find little gains here and there, even as a homeowner. So that meant using like weed and feed bottles to apply treatments, because it's quicker. It's quicker than putting a backpack sprayer on and pumping away. It's all these things that I've just rolled on over for the business to make it as efficient as I can. Now that works for me and my market, and simply I've had many customers where I've said no because they wanted me to bag. I've lost customers because they thought they were getting weeds because I wasn't bagging, and I couldn't explain to them, no, it's the fact you want me to cut it at 1.5 inches and you're inviting weeds into your lawn. You need to be raising that height. You need to be teaching and educating your clients, because you do know best. When it comes to lawns, you do it for a living. It's no different to anyone else. As a plumber, you used to get it too. They would watch over you like a hawk as you're working away, and you're thinking, well, did you go to TAFE for all this time? Have you done this 1,000 times? And the thing is, you've done it 1,000 times, but this time is actually different to them 1,000 times before. But luckily, I know how to figure it out. There's so many different ways you can go about it and think about it. But for you, just think about your business and the direction you want to take with it. Don't let anyone else try and talk you out of it. Battery gear versus petrol gear, whatever you want to use. For me, battery gear is so much lighter. It's so much easier. There's been faults with it because I work it bloody hard and I do a lot of work with it. It's just what works for our business is what's going to work. And it's no disrespect to Husqvarna with their stand-on mower. It's simply that I've had many issues with it. It'll be no different if I bought this ute and I'd have issues with it. I'll be talking about that. It's just, I like reliability. And when you're buying something brand new, you expect to just turn the key and have it work for at least a period of time that you think, all right, yep, it should be starting to break down now. Whereas I've got an old MZ mower that's just going and going and going. So you weigh it up, guys. You just got to play all these factors, roll it into what you want out of it, and apply it to your business. So just about getting in here now. I've got to look for the address. So I'll talk to you maybe at the end of it, sign off, and yeah, all this new estate in here, it's coming along nice. So I'm looking for a certain number. I won't say it on camera, and I'll be back. See yous. Bye. Rightio, guys. Gonna sit you in here again. Sorry about that. I'll see if I can tilt you down here. I'll be quick, I promise. As quick as I am usually. All right. So I want to close by saying I'm on to my last job now. And when you're going in to business, or if you're just starting out and you're thinking it's scary and everything, you're too fearful of the future. The thing is, don't make a decision based on fear. You can make a decision while you're fearful, or while you contain a bit of fear about that decision. But in my opinion, making a decision based on fear usually isn't the best way to go. So what am I talking about there? What I'm talking about is, you're making a decision because it's the safe bet, and 9 times out of 10 the safe bet's going to get you a result, but it's not going to take you to where you want to be. It's not going to be that next big step that you need, and it's not going to fulfill you. So you might be able to do it for a few years, but it's not going to last. So when I make a decision, there's a certain amount of risk versus reward, and obviously you want the reward to be greater than the risk. But sometimes there has been times where I've literally let go really high-end clients, or clients that were asking for things, and it was extra revenue, but it took time away from my other clients. It took time away from what I actually wanted to achieve for the business, and they were just sucking the life from me, because either that was messaging at all hours of the night, ringing at all hours of the night. And when you're first starting out, of course you take the calls because you want the work, but then once you get to a stage where you are comfortable, it's a lot easier to just let them know how it is. This is how it's going to be going forward, and they either accept or they don't, and they either move forward or they don't. There's been many times that's happened, but I've never done it without that fear. But I didn't make the decision based on fear, is what I'm getting at. There's been just so many different examples of that. I don't know why the car was whipping at me to brake just now, but it was. And the examples of it for you are going to be different, but apply it to what you need. With what I'm saying, it's because there's a big truck in front of me. It's got to be applied to your business, guys. So really think about it and commit to what you want to achieve out of your business, because it's yours. No one else is going to be bringing in that money for you. You can watch a million different things on YouTube just like I have, but their business is completely different to the goals, the needs, my lifestyle, my current position in life, where I've got 2 kids, sort of under 5. That'll change again when they're over 10 years old, when they're teenagers. Everything about my life will be different then. So what I provide now is my opinion based on where I'm at in life right now. Where I want to be is where I'm trying to work towards, obviously, but I'm making decisions based on my experiences and everything else leading up to this point right now. So if you're watching this and you're getting some value, guys, please consider subscribing. And I'll learn how to say that word properly. I always get tripped up on it. I don't like asking for favours, but at the same time, I know this is great content that's going to get out there one way or the other, and I'd love for you to join. So think about it for your business, really apply it, and I'm going to leave it at that today. Nice little vlog just in the ute. Go get this last job done. It's going to be hedge trimming, weed spraying and fertilisations, just on different areas of the lawn. Obviously you don't want to do it on the same part of the lawn. You can, but that's another video. I'll leave it there. Like and subscribe, and I'll talk to you very soon. Thanks, guys. Bye bye.